How did it progress?
Well, it progressed from just, being followed around to being slandered.
How were you slandered?
Apparently they're telling everybody I'm a murderer and a drug trafficker. And
Which is untrue.
This is untrue, exactly. I have to work for a living like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if I was doing any of these others, I'd be in better shape than I am. But anyways, it went from that to being set up at a shop to where I woke up with an individual hunched over the top of me. And then I went right back out. When I woke up again, I was being walked to the back door with this guy hanging onto my shoulders asking me if I was all right, if I could drive. And I lost about 3 hours of my day. Shortly after that, I started hearing crows chirping in my head when there's nothing around. After that, I started getting audio beeps, first in the right ear, then in the left ear. After that, I started hearing people start making comments when there's nobody around.
Mm-hmm.
And,
do you think it's the microwave mind control or voice-to-skull communication?
It's some form of microwave hearing, yes, that's the best I can tell. I've been looking a lot up on it, and apparently, it's pretty easy to achieve. You just need a target, so that would be my guess, along with the microwave surveillance. They see and hear what you're doing, Then they make stupid comments about it to try to annoy you in hopes that you will go off on somebody and thereby looking unstable. And they get the rest of the community involved in my neighborhood here. And if you pull me up on a satellite image here in Fort Worth, where I'm standing at right now, I'm in a small neighborhood now. I got 77 homes in my block. I've done checked them all. And the majority of the people come by and put their hands to their face, right, and look at you, try to piss you off or whatever. These idiots with their microwave transmissions will say something like, see, he didn't even know that was me in that blue car, in hopes that you'll go after that blue car and snatch whoever it is out and make a fool of yourself and be arrested, right?
Well, sure, they ruin your reputation that way.
Exactly. But that's the idea of them getting everybody else involved around here. That's best I can tell. Bring the distraction, cause the distraction and pull the attention away from them.
So in 1993, this all started, and it originated with just people stalking you on foot. Have you suffered home invasion as well?
Yeah, vehicle damage. As a matter of fact, they even stalk me while I'm working in my truck, right, driving state to state. And they'll vandalize, or used to vandalize my equipment till they figured out that the shop keeps records of all this stuff. And it's kind of hard for one man to get 7 nails in one tire. That's a lot of nails in one wheel.
So they were actually destroying equipment. I know that they've done that to me. They've come in and they've cut up my clothes and done all kinds of things, and to annoy you, and they do it in a way that the police really can't get involved. It's not a big enough police report, but they do a lot of damage.
Right.
Did they damage your furniture in your house as well?
I've had them come into my residence and steal little things like video games, a couple movies, a few dollars cash that was here or there. Nothing that big enough that, like you said, you call, make a report. You just look foolish doing it. They're like, well, maybe you spent the money, or you probably just misplaced your video game, or you know what I'm saying.
So they did some gaslighting too. They moved things around in your apartment to make you think you're losing your mind, just like the movie Gaslighting.
Well, I haven't really found any of that. The things I found, moved or missing altogether.
Did they ever return them?
No, I've never got any of them back. I've never got anything back from them that they've taken.
Have you ever been drugged by these people or have your food tampered with?
Yeah, at that shop that night when I woke up on top, with this guy right around the corner over here, as a matter of fact, but I won't say his name. Hunched over the top of me. I know it's him, 6'3", 6'4", curly black hair, blue eyes. Anyway, and this same individual had an apartment above me back in '87 in Arlington when they were doing this to somebody else. That's how I remember this guy. You know, it was from way back then, and then seen him right around here, and I've seen him a couple other times, so I know exactly who I'm looking for as far as who did this. Obviously, I don't think he has the brains to carry all this out by himself, so we're looking for somebody else that's got the money and the power.
You think that it's your ex-wife's family, though. Do you...
They're connected, yeah.
Yes, they're connected. Do you think they want you to commit suicide or your death? Because a lot of victims do complain that they hear the voices call, voices telling them to commit suicide or to commit a homicide.
Yes, that's what they're hoping for, I believe. I think they're hoping at first to drive me insane. And when that failed, then they're hoping to make me mad enough, as I mentioned earlier, with all this slander and BS going on, that I would take somebody's life, and hopefully not theirs, That way I would be locked up on, a murder charge or something and out of their way.
And that would end your life, literally. And they would go on their happy way, having destroyed your life. It's very sad to think that there's people out there that live to destroy someone like this, when that's not what humanity is about. I noticed that you have a lot of information on the internet. Do you have that website that we can tell the listeners to go to that website to view your logs?
Yeah, the one with most information would be at tracygibbons.joeuser.com. That's all together.
And do you want to spell that?
TRACYGIV as in Victor, ENS dot JOEUSER.com.
Okay. And how about the other one that you sent me regarding the discussions of rape that you overheard?
Harassment in Texas. I went brain dead just now.
That's all right. I can go ahead and post it. So what else is happening to you? Are they sleep depriving you? Are you getting electronically zapped? What injuries have you suffered from this?
Well, about 4 years ago, I witnessed them hooking up some electronics behind my home, and up until that point, all I was receiving was the voice to skull, the stalking, and, the vandalism, stuff like that. About 4 years ago, after I witnessed them in the backyard of a neighbor's home over here, I started getting these tingles and zaps. All right? My pulse rate would start increasing, overheating. Now, it felt to me like one night they boiled me. You could actually, if you can picture an egg in a saucepan starting to boil, with the bubbles starting to come around it, and then the water starts moving faster, and you can hear the rushing of the water. I could hear this going on through the microwave hearing, and at the same time, I could feel from my feet up like I was being submerged in boiling water.
Mm-hmm.
It turned my body completely red. Man, it's something else.